But let's go ahead. Let's dive into a team that I don't think is going to have any fun this year because I
Nope.
have
Nope.
honestly no faith in them.
No fun. Nope.
And that's the New York Giants. Everyone is so excited because Malik Nabers is reminding everyone of Odell Beckham with all of his spectacular catching and OTAs right now and in practices and everything else like that. They do have a pretty good defense. I will say that. I like that they got Brian Burns. Huge addition to that defensive
Yeah.
line. I think that he'll play really well. They still got Thibodeau or Fabino. I forgot how you.
Thibodeau. Thibodeau.
Yeah, Thibodeau. So they still got him,
Or Thibodeau.
but
Yeah.
we said it with the Washington Commanders and Jane Daniels. I'm gonna say it with the New York Giants, man. Everything rides on Daniel Jones. Everything rides on Daniel Jones. This
You know the
offense
Trevor Lawrence thing that you did the other day. He has better stats than Trevor Lawrence.
dude.
2 more years in the league. Yeah.
And Trevor Lawrence is, but he has better weapons, or Trevor Lawrence is definitely a better quarterback than Daniel Jones. I was just putting that out there for the
better
argument.
hair for sure.
But Malik Nabers is, legit their only weapon. They lost Saquon. They have Singletary now in the backfield, who he's a very inconsistent running back. There's going to be a lot of pressure on this passing game, and its offensive line is still not the greatest. So you're going to have Daniel Jones running around back there. Malik Nabers is going to get doubled on probably almost every snap because he's the only weapon. So I don't know how well the New York Giants are going to do. I feel like I was gracious with them. I think that they're going to be the bottom of the NFC East, but I do have them going 6-11, and that's just because their schedule is actually kind of favorable. Like if they were a good team, they might actually have a really good year this year, but they're not a good team, and so I just don't know how well it's going to be. But I don't see them being competitive in this division at all.
Yeah, I am. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Giants. I just hate Daniel Jones so much. Why?
Come on, give this guy a break.
He's just
Is it because he fell in the open field?
I mean, listen, they call him Casper. It's just like this guy. Why they had to pay him? Just as fun as I said that the Commanders are gonna be. Daniel Jones just makes this team boring to me. I have no interest at all in watching anything that they do just because I don't know. Daniel Jones is gonna do what he does. He's gonna he runs more than you expect, right? So
he does. And he falls.
But when he runs, he falls, and he runs out of sheer terror. Not out of he's not trying to do something great like Lamar Jackson. He's just trying to fight for his life because he doesn't want to get hit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't care enough. They lost players. They got their tight end writing songs on the beach. And then he retires, and it's just what's going on? What's really happening with the Giants right now? I don't know. I have a Giant. I have my brother-in-law is a Giants fan, and I just was like, man, just one more year, just sit one more year, let Daniel Jones do what he does, and hopefully there's a quarterback you guys can grab when you're picking first overall next season. I don't know. It's gonna be a rough season. I got him going 5-12. I can't really find another win here for him. It's tough.
I'm looking.
I'm just got my binoculars on, just oh, come on, it's gotta be something. No, it's gonna be a Giant season. I mean, like you said, the defense is good, so I could be wrong. That defense could put them in more games than I think. But at the end of the day, if you don't have the offense to keep up, then it's definitely not a postseason team. So,
and this isn't a knock on Malik Nabers by any means.
No, Malik Nabers is the
Malik
best.
Nabers is a fantastic receiver, but unfortunately, he's the only weapon that they have. So
I do
every
like
defense is just going to focus on him. They're just going to cover him. So it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're. I mean, they do have a good defensive line. They get Burns. They have Dexter Lawrence. They got Thibodeau, and then they have. God, why is it slipping my mind now? Jordan Phillips. They got from Buffalo to stuff the middle up, and then they got a good linebacker from Indy, also. So they with Bobby. I cannot say his name.
Okereke?
Yeah, Okereke. And Dante Banks in the back. So in the back end. So they do have a good defense that will keep them in games, especially against that mid-level pack teams. It'll keep them in there. That defensive line is pretty solid on there. Man, like, it's always the QB1. I feel bad for Daniel Jones because I don't feel like he's ever had a shot. Like, he gets Barkley gets hurt. He hasn't had a wide receiver, any good ones. I mean, Darius Slayton, I guess, has been his best receiver, and he's still got him. But Neighbors, man, I watched some video on this guy. Wow, I know it's OTAs and it's practice, but man, wow,
He's the real deal.
No,
yeah,
he's legit.
He's good.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Daniel Jones though, man. He got paid.
Yeah, exactly.
He
got his
did, but
payday.
I mean,
Got paid.
He got his
but
payday.
I feel like he just hasn't had a true shot. Like, he gets so much hate thrown his way, and he's always had a bad offensive line, no weapons. I mean, he's just, golly, man. I don't know what that Giants organization is doing, but we don't even know who's calling the plays there. Is it the head coach? Is it the offensive coordinator? So, yeah, man, I don't know.
Maybe
But
Eli will call in.
Maybe losing Barkley and having Singletary and platooning that backfield helps them. I mean, I don't know, but I have them going the same thing as Washington, but they're going to get a tiebreaker. So I still have them finishing third. So I think they're a 6-11 team. I think they actually could win 7 games, but that defense is much better than the Commanders. But and they don't have an easy schedule either. But I want to believe in their coach with Dabo, and I mean, he's past the guy.
Yeah, I love Dabo.
Yeah, I want to believe that he can get it done, but they're definitely not a winning team. They're a lottery pick again next year, but they're I'm going to be gracious. I'll give them 7 wins. I'll give them a 7-10 just because that defense is good. And who knows? Maybe Malik Nabers has a good year, and Daniel Jones. Hey, that guy did top out at 22 miles an hour on the field before he fell.
He came to a sudden stop.
Yes, he's sudden. Yeah, I can say
he was running way too fast, man. White legs aren't supposed to move that fast. And that's why he fell. I can promise.
He's sneaky. He's definitely sneaky quick. He needs to run off the football field, though.
But you guys are right. This will be a very boring team to watch, except for the Malik Nabers highlights.
Malik Nabers, yeah.
This will be like watching the grass grow, man. It's going to be rough for the Giants fans.
Like sudden sprouts of weeds, and that's the Malik Nabers highlight.
Yeah, like,